get so many messages about meal prepping, of how do you meal prep, where do you start. I also get complaints like, oh, it's not for me. I like variety in my meals. Does it even stay fresh for the whole week? And you know what? It does, because as a busy parent that works full time, I mean, you want to save time, right? So for us, we meal prep because we want to save that time and spend time with our family as much as possible. So, and don't want to think about a meal, what to eat for dinner. So meal prepping has been essential in this family. And here I'm going to share how I use my meal prepping staples that I shared in a couple videos ago. And I also will share a glimpse of how I also integrate some meals, so you're actually get meal prepping done within less than 2 hours. So I'm going to show you how to meal prep for a family, and let's get on with the video. First, I like to boil water for my eggs. My son loves hard-boiled eggs, so this is for his lunches. And I like to get all of the easy stuff ready first. So I'm going to wait for the water to boil, and then now I'm going to cook my oatmeal. This is quick oats, so this cooks really fast. And I cook about 1.5 cups of the quick oats and add about maybe 2 to 2.5 cups of water, and this will cook pretty quickly. So I like to cook it on low, and this should be good for the week for myself and the kids. So in the morning, just portion it out and warm it up, and it's ready to go. So I'm adding here the water, and I always forget that I'm cooking oatmeal. That's why I set it on low, and I also set a timer because I will forget. So I put about 5 to 6 minutes because this cooks pretty quickly. I set that timer on. And then next, I will be getting my first dish ready. So I'm using my Instant Pot. That's another tip of mine is when I'm cooking multiple dishes is to cook something in the Instant Pot, because you're going to instantly just put all the ingredients and set it and forget it. And here I'm cooking chicken adobo. I'm actually going to have its own video showing how I cook my chicken adobo in the Instant Pot. So stay tuned for that. But here I'm just dumping all the ingredients and my chicken from frozen. So my boiling water is ready to add my eggs. So I cook about 5 eggs, so 1 for each day for the week, for the weekdays. And I will cook it for about 10 to 12 minutes. That should be good. So while that's cooking, I'm going to move on to the next. So the next thing I cook is our brown rice. So I cook about 4 cups of brown rice in our rice cooker. And then now my oatmeal is ready. So I just do a quick mix, and then I'm just going to set that aside and let it cool down before I pack it up and put it in the fridge. And now my hard-boiled egg should be ready to go. So I'm just going to take it out of the boiling water and set it in its own container and let it cool again before I put this back in the fridge. So as my son eats this every day, he likes to crack it open himself and peel the eggshells, and he eats that for lunch. He doesn't like to eat protein, so this is a good one. So here I am making my spinach pancakes for Piper. This is another breakfast or snack item that they eat. This is quick, and I just cook it over the stove. So as everything else is still cooking, I had time to do this. So I'm just going to add my ingredients onto this pan, and it should be, and I just watch over it while I watch everything else that's cooking around me. And I have a video on this, and you can catch that at the end. And I'll link in below the actual video how to make these easy spinach pancakes. Chicken adobo is done. Look at that. So this cooked probably 20 minutes because it was frozen. So I want to say probably 30 minutes in total, because the Instant Pot had to pressure before it actually started cooking. So it took probably a total of 30 minutes to cook this. So I was able to cook my oatmeal, my hard-boiled eggs, and my spinach pancakes while this was cooking in the Instant Pot. So the last thing I am cooking now is salmon. So this salmon is from Trader Joe's. There's actually 2 pieces of this. So it's 2 big fish salmon fillets that I cook. And I just put salt and pepper and just pan fry it. And I put skin down first to get it crispy and probably cooked on each side for about 5 minutes. So there you go. That's a quick dish right there. So those are my 2 main dishes, is chicken adobo and your salmon. Now my brown rice is done, so I'm just going to take out the rice from the rice cooker and put it in a container. And I'm actually going to use the same rice cooker to steam my vegetables. So I do the veggies last, just because the rice is cooking. So I just put a little bit of water into my rice cooker and then use the steaming basket. And I just dump a bunch of carrots in there. I have the big Costco carrots bag, and I just use about half of that. And I just dump it in there, and that will cook maybe 15-20 minutes. I cook it on the softer side because my 1-year-old is still learning how to bite. I hope you guys enjoyed and learned a thing or 2 of how to meal prep and how I do it. Again, this is the way I do it. There's no right or wrong, but the key thing is to stay organized and keep your staples. Keep cooking the same staples. I know it can get kind of boring, but actually consistency is key, and it just works for my family. And if you want to learn more, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more meal prepping videos.